But first, ice sculpture. It's one of the more unusual hobbies, and a master can bring ice to life. But how do artists turn blocks of ice into these amazing sculptures? This transformation from ice cube to art starts out with water and plenty of it. Dedicated companies that specialize in freezing water produce over 440 tons of crystal clear blocks for the artists to work with. Getting the water to freeze but remain clear is essential. The freezers must continually agitate the water to stop any imperfections forming. But it's not an easy job. This much ice takes nearly 6 weeks to prepare. Each frozen block is incredibly heavy, so the delivery men take great care when lining them up. Sort of. Ice sculpting is popular wherever there are cold winters, and events like these attract sculptors from China, Norway and the USA. Each team has to carefully align their blocks before they can get to work. There's a lot of competition among artists to produce an outstanding original. Some sculptures are very ambitious and need heavy lifting equipment to prepare the raw ice. Once everything's in place, the detailed work can begin. A variety of tools are used, from small saws for tiny windows in this castle to chainsaws for carving the larger blocks. Shaped spatulas and scrapers help define the detail and remove large lumps of unwanted ice. The artists try to make their sculpture as realistic as possible. One of them uses a chainsaw to shape the cliffs the castle would sit on. Ice sculpture is all in the detail. Adding the finishing touches is delicate work that needs to be handled with care. Here, the sculptor is putting the roof onto the top tower. He's over 6 meters above the ground. Just one slip and this ice castle could come crashing down. Once he's got it in place, he checks its level and pulls out his water pistol. Cement won't work here, but the 2 frozen blocks will freeze the water, which creates a cement-like bond. So what started out as a pile of ice cubes has been transformed into the Castle Neuschwanstein in Germany, King Ludwig II's fairy tale Bavarian castle. Sometimes, to add a piece to your sculpture, you need to iron it. Yes, you heard right. The iron is used to heat a metal plate which melts a flat surface onto the sculpture. The extra block is then put in place and water is used once again to create a solid bond between the two. Scrapers and an array of odd-shaped forks are also used to create different textures in the final model. But the real trick to making ice sculpture as beautiful as it is the heat gun. Using this hairdryer-like device, the rough surface of carved ice melts, and when it refreezes, it recovers the crystal clear brilliance it started with. Of course, if you don't have a hairdryer, you can always use your iron again to achieve the same effect. When the work is done, 4 big rectangular blocks of ice can be transformed into a grand piano. For a finishing touch, the artists use coloured lights to highlight different details and show the clarity and quality of their work. Some of which is even interactive, like this enormous ice slide, which actually works. Chill thrills, the frozen fascination that is ice sculpture.